Thank you for joining. We'll give everyone another minute or two to join. Also, just to let you guys know, this is an interactive session. So on the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the chat bot. Just open the chat, and if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to put those in there during the demo, and we will also have about 15 minutes or so at the end for questions and answers. So we'll give everyone else just maybe another minute or so to join. Hello, welcome everyone that is joining. Thank you for joining us. We're just giving everyone maybe another 30 seconds or so to join. Then we'll get started. Welcome, welcome. Just give everyone a few more moments. And everyone who is just joining, this is going to be more of an interactive session. So there's a chat in the upper right-hand corner. Just during the demo, if you guys do have any questions, feel free to put it in there. We'll wait towards the end to answer all questions, but if something comes up, feel free to put it in, and we'll hold probably 10 to 15 minutes at the end to go over questions. So I think we could get started. So thank you everyone for joining. I appreciate it. So a couple of months ago, OpenBOM launched xBOM, which allows our users to model product structures at various lifecycle stages for specific purposes and for different departments. An example of a typical use case would be the EBOM for engineering, MBOM for manufacturing, SBOM for support and maintenance, and there are also many other different types of examples. So by using xBOM, we can ensure that each department can efficiently manage its respective tasks, leading to improved collaboration and streamlined process across the entire product lifecycle. So for today's live demo, we'll look at how revision management and change control are integrated into this new model. But I see some new faces here, so maybe just a little bit about OpenBOM first. Revision management and change control are critical functions within OpenBOM designed to support the ECO and other change processes. These functions ensure that every modification to an item or BOM is tracked, providing a clear history and maintaining data integrity. I'm happy to pass it off to Pedro Branco, who will show you how revision management and change control integrates into xBOM.
Okay, thanks, Jared. So I'll start just by sharing some examples about how different xBOMs can be created. So Jared mentioned a few examples: the engineering bill of materials as design. A manufacturing bill of material can have a different structure with a different sequence, and other phantom assemblies like resembling a work center or workstation, and can have extra items like packaging, for example. Other examples could be like a service bill of material where you focus more on spare parts, like the OpenBOM change management and revisioning is integrated with the new xBOM structures. So they will be also be part of the item revision. So revisions are stored in items. So an assembly or an individual part will have an item, and will be an item, and that those items will have a revision. So I wanted to show you just an example how this could work on a new release, or releasing a new product and doing some changes using change management. So let's deep dive and I'll walk you through. So my first example is creating a new product. Let's say this is a new cycle computer being released to the market. So we're going to use change management to do the first release. And I'm actually starting from scratch, creating a new bill of material in CAD. I'm also using Altium from PCB design. So we're going to bring PCB in. We're also going to add like other domains, there are other roles, other users working on the same bill of materials and product structure like software. And then we're going to do a change. We're going to release it, and then we're going to do a change and see how, for example, we can use the xBOM to slow down a bit more the changes from engineering bill of materials to manufacturing bill of materials. Okay, so the first point will be creating a brand new bill of material for this parameter, and we'll start with CAD. We start with mechanical CAD. So this will be the first step, bringing a few items from mechanical CAD. So we have a couple of buttons, an LCD screen, and the body. So another user is using an ECAD system like Altium and is working on the PCB for this product. And we also have an integration inside Altium. I already have generated. I'm just going to open it. And it will be bringing the PCB with the part number 7900. So you can deep dive and look more into it, and you can fully combine the two together. So I'm going to just build that part number inside my mechanical structure, so I can add it directly here. So I can just add that part number and bring that structure to the full complete digital bill of material. So you can fully see the data that Altium created inside SolidWorks. I can see this in full screen, opening the full BOM in a web browser, and simulate like another user also adding more data. So, for example, adding firmware. So for example, let's say there's a firmware, and we're gonna add this into our structure. So this is just an example of a firmware being used in the bill of material, which all its attributes around what firmware, like versions, component numbers. So right now you have a complete product structure with multiple domains. You can navigate through our graph navigation to drill down to ECAD, understand better different structure. You can also access critical information, open associated documentation like a drawing. So everything is easy to reach and available. You can also navigate through product knowledge graph, where you can understand better your product structures. So you can understand multiple domains, multiple roles, multiple users. So in this case, for example, you could see where a component, what a specific software version was being used in which sort of products. So just seeing where use information on log for. Um, so now the next step will be releasing. So we'll be going through a release process. So to end the release, we need to finish the manufacturing bill of material. So we have an engineering bill of material coming from SolidWorks that will be put in place into the BOM, the BOM structure. So we're going to create a new bill of materials just for the manufacturing components. So let's do that just by creating a new bill of material, and in this case will be a manufacturing bill of material. So we'll be using the same part number. In this case, we're going to create an MBOM, and we're going to bring data to the MBOM level. So there are a couple of ways where we can build this manufacturing bill of material. Obviously, we could copy from the engineering bill of material to this one, but we can have multiple ways to create it. In this example, I'm going to import it from another system. Like you could even, if you have an external system as an MRP, for example, you could even bring it from the system using API. So you fill this BOM here. For this example, I'm just going to use an Excel file to bring more like a materials list that is more focused on the manufacturing view. So this will have packaging, and we'll have the same sort of items like the PCB. Now it doesn't have the children because this is a purchase, and has all the other mechanical items, and it has extra packaging. So I have completed the manufacturing bill of material. We have then the engineering BOMs that has your full complete product structure, and then you have the MBOM, which is the that's going to be manufactured. So we are going and ready to release. So for that, we're going to use OpenBOM change management to do the release process. So you can just start with creating a change request to this product, create a new change order for the first release. We're going to use an engineering change template. You can configure this to any sort of workflows or processes. I'm going to use an engineering change just to describe the first release. And I'm going to use this to release revision A of the product. So this will be the first revision. I'm going to just create a change request to release it. Now, by doing this, a notification is sent to the approvers. So this can go through emails. So they will receive an email regarding saying that there is a change request. You can also see that on the change management dashboard. So you can see any sort of open change requests, and from here you can just do the approval. So the approval process will be the approver or approvers will open the product, so understand what sort of product is being affected. In this case, we can see the top item there. So the approval role will be basically going through the bill of material directly, navigating, using different views to either focus more on bill of material or on documents. If he's looking more for drawings, for example, he can open drawings and review them. You can go through and just understand, different sort of views that can show different types of information. You can even download it to a single zip file, so it's easier to go through all associated data. And review this over as all drawings, all step files. He can review all this production data, making sure that this is ready to go. So once he's happy, he will go through the approval and approve the change through the workflow. So by approving the change, then the change is going to be approved, and this is going to create the revision of the product. So the data will be frozen in time. So if you look into this product, the approval of the change order for release has created the first revision A, and this is that first product release. Everything is frozen in time. The engineering BOM, the manufacturing BOM, everything is accurate and controlled, including freezing documents and drawings and step files. They all are revision specific. So all that data is frozen. Now let's get into the step where the product is released. It's out there, and we receive feedback from customers. And someone said, "Well, I cannot replace the battery on this. Like this is sealed." So there's a change request from voice of customer to be able to put a removable battery. So we have to put separate the product part with some screws and make an improvement. So for that, from customer voice, a change order is created to make improvements in the product. So notice you could use different forms, like a problem report with different configurations. For this case, I'm going to use the same engineering change order just to describe the change, which is making a change to replaceable batteries, for example, just a description. Okay, so just a quick note that we create a change order just describing the problem. This just to show that it's possible to start with a change order, and then you can link the change requests directly to it. So how this would work is you would then work on the latest and associate the change request to that change order. So you could create a new change request, link it to the order. So that's the one we just created. This would be revision B of the product. And you could attach multiple items, multiple documents to be revised to it. In this case, for simplicity, I'm just adding the same top product, but you could add other products that are changing to like the body of this product. So now let's get into the step of actually doing the change and propagating this change to up to the manufacturing bill of material. So let's jump into it. So notice also, so I'm going to make changes directly on the latest. There's a change request there. I'm going to update the latest, and then the approval of the ECO will then uh, create a new revision. So let's do that. So let's simulate that we need to separate this product here and add some bolts, and let's just mimic some of that, inserting some components, adding some screws to it. So let me bring some few items. I'm not actually going to assemble all of them in CAD. It will take too much time, but I just want to I'm going to need four. You can, imagine that, you just complete those four. What I wanted to do is show you how the updates from CAD, I'm not going to change, the structure that is already there from firmware in ECAD. So we can update the bill of material, and this is going to bring the four bolts into the BOM itself. So notice that now we have an update, and we have the four screws just coming in there on the update. So there we have the four ones. If we jump back to the bill of material and to do just a quick refresh, we can see that we have now the four screws over there, and the new change is coming in. Now, there is time where we have engineering teams and manufacturing teams, and from manufacturing for procurement, which is more focused on the manufacturing bill of material, he wants to understand what are the changes coming in. So this is uh, it is an engineering change in progress. You need to, the engineering is complete. To do the new release, the manufacturing BOM needs to be also finished and complete. And now the procurement jumps in to focus on the manufacturing bill of material. So the first thing he wants to do is just compare and understand changes coming from engineering. So you can use our compare BOM tool to understand what is that change all about. So you can see for the same part number, you can actually understand from the revision one to the latest, what is the difference? So what are the differences there? So you can see there's a new bolt coming in. You can focus on differences only. So you can actually just show what's new. So we have four screws coming in. So you can focus on what's different. You can also go back and see, well, how was the manufacturing BOM before. So you can actually also see the MBOM here, so you can compare the manufacturing bill of material, and also understand a bit better the differences from the latest revision to what I have there. So you can actually understand, okay, there's a new bolt. I have packaging and firmware. I don't want that on the manufacturing bill of material. I do want it on the product structure. So you can understand that better, just to then just complete the change in his role to complete the manufacturing bill of material. So let's just do that. Let's just complete it. So the user will go into the manufacturing bill of material, add the changes, add those four screws there, and is ready to complete the bill of material and sign off on his department that the changes are done, and the change is ready to be released and approved. So these changes are embedded and done. So let's do that. The next step would be just approving the change again. So it's back on the open ECR. So that's the new replaceable battery that is open. The one we completed is on the approved ones. That was the first release. And now we can just work on the approval workflow to approve the next revision B. and do the approval. If we have multiple users with multiple roles, they could have all their own approval. Like someone will say, from manufacturing, I approve, quality is approved, and then the change order would be approved, creating a new revision and freezing all data in the product. So if you are now, refreshing this view, you have full traceability and control of all changes. So we have revision B as the latest. So you can see both MBOM and EBOM has the updated data. And you can also go back and see revision 1 where you had no screws there, and the MBOM didn't have that either. So you have full control of those changes, answering questions and why did we change that, what was changed. And once you have that data read-only and secure, you can evaluate it to exchange it with another system, like push these changes to an ERP or an MRP. You can also use the normal, file exchange that could be used in early stages, like for example, create a CSV with data just to export to another system, more like a text format. We do recommend, going full digital with digital bill of materials and use the digital approach. But this file exchange could be used in early stages when connecting data together. So so in a nutshell, I've shown you, how to start from, a brand new bill of material from mechanical CAD, bring data from ECAD, from Altium, uh, mix it with some software bill of material there. Then we did the first release with change management that gives that sort of approval to freeze the revision, lock down that product structure. And then I walked you through just a possible engineering change where there was an improvement to do at the product, and make changes from CAD again, see how our integration with multiple domains, works to, bring the new changes, and how you can actually slow motion a bit more than manufacturing bill material. If this piece is something that you need to move into other system or understand changes very well without using Excel, without using other files. So you can use all that on a single system using OpenBOM with xBOM and change management. So this was what I had to show you today. So I'm happy to take some questions. So Jared, how are we looking?
Thank you, Pedro. Yes, we have one question right now, and I'll allow some time for others to write down their questions as well. But for the first one, Pedro, can this track which BOM was used on which serial number products? So if we built some product at Rev B BOM, then changed it, can we track which products have which BOM?
Yes, you can. So xBOM can be used for serialization. And so if we look into a different example where, let me say, I find an example there on a different product. So this product over here has serialization on it. So I will open that top product over here. So if you look into this example, we have serialization in place. So we have the as design bill of material. And then for this part number, you can quickly see the serialized items. So all these items would be the different serial numbers that were produced for this part number. And you can actually see, for example, also sub-assemblies that were serialized. So you can actually see that this PCB was serialized as 04, and that's the top product. So you can fully use the SBOMs to do that. Revisions will keep on control changes that you do. You can use a bit of a best of both worlds here with tracking revisions and using OpenBOM xBOM to track serial numbers for different part numbers. So I hope I have had answered your questions.
Thank you, Pedro. Another one. Does a change order or request interact with where used list, and how is it controlled?
So the answer is yes. So all change requests, they have a where used view. So you can look into, let's say, one that's already approved. Uh, so, for example, this one, if you look into the approval workflow, this is a slightly different product, but I remember there are more than one item affected. So two items on the change. So we have two change requests associated with the same change order. So from here, you can jump into where used. So this is very useful to understand like next level parent and also what's the top level. So you can see, and then you can open navigation to understand better where used information. So very important change management is not only manage the change process, but also answer questions about what's the impact of the change, and be able to do that on a single system is very important. Okay.
Thank you, Pedro. Another one. When xBOM pulls from Onshape, can it automatically pull the latest released version of each parts and then export them, say, to a vendor?
Yeah, the answer is yes. We can integrate with Onshape with and integrate on the release trigger. So when you release in Onshape, the BOM is updated in OpenBOM. So we are happy to jump more into technical demonstration how that would work, and then from that you can do inventory management and work with suppliers. So yeah, we'll be happy to jump more into details about the Onshape integration. So the answer is yes, yes, you can.
Thank you, Pedro. Okay, guys. Oh, and there was one other question. Is xBOM available for my subscription? The xBOM functionality is available in the company subscription. But if you guys do have any questions about that, just reach out to sales@openbom.com or support@openbom.com. Give you guys a few more minutes to ask additional questions. Also, if there is something that you would like to go deeper on for your use case, reach out to us at support@openbom.com, and we could also provide you more of a personalized demo based on your use case. All right, guys. If there's no other questions, I would like to thank everyone for joining us. If you have any questions or if anything comes to mind after this demo, please feel free to reach out to us at support@openbom.com. All right, great. Thank you very much, everyone. We appreciate it. Take care.